What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at you. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing fantilliastic. Today I have some Crysis 3 multiplayer, another tips video, and today it's going to be on the advanced battle rifle called the Takedown. Now the Takedown is a semi-automatic weapon, so it only fires one bullet when you pull the trigger. You cannot hold the trigger. It's not fully auto. It's semi-auto. So that makes it a little bit more of a difficult weapon to utilize in a first-person shooter, especially when you're up against other people that are using small machine guns and assault rifles that are fully auto. But let's take a look at the class that I'm running, and along with the Takedown I have the reflex sight, which I'm going to tell you right now is a must. The iron sights are horrible. It seems like it kicks like a mule when you don't have the red dot or the reflex sight on there. So I'm going to suggest right away to make sure you have a reflex sight on your Takedown. Then the second attachment, and I've previously stated that I wouldn't ever suggest using a suppressor in this game because it really dampens the damage and reduces the range of the weapons. But to be honest, even though the Takedown's original range is 16, you throw a suppressor on there and it gets reduced by 4, so it's 12 out of 20 for its range. The damage, it is reduced from 12 all the way down to 8, so its damage is 8 out of 20. But to be honest, with my usage, I really didn't notice that significant of a difference, in the damage for the suppressor. I guess I will say I noticed a little bit, maybe. I used to be able to get 2-bullet kills with the Takedown if it was mid-range, mid-chest, and with the suppressor, I'll get 3-bullet kills and 4-bullet kills with the suppressor. But man, I'll tell you, it allows you to control the weapon a lot easier with the suppressor on there, and of course it keeps you off the mini map when so you're not a red dot on the mini map whenever you shoot your gun, which is a huge advantage. This is a game of stealth, and there's a cloaking capability in this game, so being not on the mini map when you shoot your gun is huge in my opinion. And then finally, the other attachment I have on the gun is the Foregrip, and the Foregrip basically increases the stability. And what that basically means in the Crysis 3 game is increase in stability means that it's a reduction in recoil. So the Foregrip is going to allow you to control the weapon's kick a little more. There's other attachments besides the Foregrip, which is the grenade launcher, which I'm not a fan of, and then also the extended magazine. But since it is a single fire weapon, you don't really go through bullets like crazy. So I don't think the extended mag is something that's critical. I think the increasing the stability of the weapon or reducing the recoil is more important than getting more bullets in your magazine, in my opinion. Then you pick whatever secondary you want. I enjoy using the Hammer 2 with the pistol laser sight, which increases its accuracy. And then I don't have the match barrel or muzzle brake unlocked for the Hammer 2 yet. I do have the suppressor unlocked, but I noticed that it does reduce its damage all the way down to only 4, so it cuts the damage in half if you put a suppressor on it. And I know you're probably wondering, well, if you don't use the suppressor, you're going to show up on the mini-map. Well, I don't use the secondary that often, and when I do, I want it to be very effective. I don't want it to be, cut in half by putting a suppressor on it. So the few times I do use the secondary, I don't mind being on the mini-map just because it usually gets me out of a bind, and it's not, it's not used primarily. And then the other attachment that I use is the extended magazine on the Hammer 2, so that allows me more bullets in my magazine. Now the grenade that I use is the M17 Frag Grenade for this loadout here with the Takedown. And now your modules are going to be pretty important to complement the takedown's power. The first one is I use proximity alarm because generally the takedown, the way you want to use it is kind of for medium to longer range gunfights. You want to kind of sit back, not necessarily camp, but you don't want to be, running and gunning with a takedown because that's just not the kind of weapon it's really used for. It's better at mid to long range, and proximity alarm basically gives me a visual and audio warning when someone comes close to me. So that's going to help me out, when I'm at those medium to longer range distances, and maybe, his teammate, he warned his teammate, hey, Ubu's over here in the corner protecting the C spear, why don't you go take him out, and the guy can't sneak up on me because I have the proximity alarm set as a module. Now, the next module is pretty important, and I'm going to suggest one of two, either auto armor or armor transfer. Since this is a semi-automatic gun and you're going to get into fights with full auto weapons, you're going to want to either be very good at being able to manage when you turn your armor on, or just have it automatically turn on for you with auto armor. And that's going to protect you in gunfights where you don't necessarily get the first or the first bullet. But if you get on target, even though he shot you first, the takedown is so powerful that it's going to end up taking them out before it ends up taking you out, especially if you have, notice my auto armor kicked on there and ended up saving my life. So I've since this game I've taken auto armor off and put on armor transfer, which basically, once I get a kill, it restores a certain percentage of my armor health. And then the last one, to complement the suppressor, is going to be the low profile module, which keeps me off of the radar once they have a max radar up in the air. So, the suppressor and the low profile module run together is going to keep me from showing on the mini-map at all times, which is a huge advantage in this game. So, I'm really enjoying the takedown. You see here we won 100 to 78. I went 17-11. That's not too bad, I don't think, with especially with a semi-auto rifle. And make sure you hit that subscribe button to see some more Crysis 3 tips videos and general commentaries, and give me a rating. Let me know what you thought, and in the comments down below, let me know, have you guys tried the takedown, and what's your preferred attachments on the takedown if you have used it. And that's about all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, I will see you on the battlefield. Ubu out.